This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion.
Hey folks, welcome to the Fishing Trip Files, a Gavin and Stacey podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This is a podcast where every other week we like to take a look back at the wonderful, hilarious and silly little British sitcom that is Gavin and Stacey. My name is Pierce, I'm from the UK and I've been a lifelong fan of the show, but for my co-hosts it's their very first time watching. Speaking of co-hosts sailing all the way from the USA, I'm joined by the one-of-a-kind Ari. Ari Masters, how you doing?
Wow, full name. I'm alright, Pierce Moore.
Good. And of course, dialing in from the exotic land of Canada, we are joined by the brilliant Maylena. How are you doing, Maylena Martin? or actually, as they say in French, Maylena Martin.
Ça va bien, toi?
Ça va bien. J'aime la bibliothèque.
Oh, ho!
Je déteste les sports.
J'aime pas ma sœur parce qu'elle va dans ma chambre.
So, what we're referencing, mate, do you want to explain what we're referencing there?
Yeah, so Pierce sent me an essay that he wrote in French class when he was 14. And some notable lines include that he likes the pool, he likes sports or something. Oh no, he detests sports.
I don't even remember what it was.
I don't remember either. I barely remember. But my favorite line was, I don't like my sister because she goes in my room without permission.
That one passed me by.
And you know what's fucking crazy about this is that I'm pretty sure Pierce told me that like he copied off of his friend for this essay, but his friend did a worse job than him.
For some reason, like I was just going through my old iCloud documents, and I found this essay from when I was 14. And for some reason, I also had my friend George's one as well, like just a French essay written for George. Yeah, but I don't. If he was worse than me, why? Like, how did I copy from him if his was
Maybe you were copying him, but you were like, this dumb bitch doesn't even know how to put an accent mark in.
He didn't put the accent marks, and not to like roast George, because I know you still know him or whatever, but like he messed up the gender on a lot of objects, which is like the most common. Like, it's a very understandable mistake to make, but it's so funny that again, like you said, you copied him. You did a better job.
Maybe George is just more woke than you. Whatever. What we actually have to talk about today? What are we doing? Why are we here? Why are we being forced to record our conversations?
Forced. By who? You?
I'm at gunpoint right now. I don't know about you two.
We're here to talk about that essay you wrote when you were 14 in French class.
Shut the fuck up. Just answer the question like a normal person, please.
Well, no, I don't want to.
Alright, we're here to talk about Gavin and Stacey Season 2, Episode 7. Do we know the title of the episode? I mean, I don't know why I asked this. I ask this every time, because in the first, I think in the first episode, Ari, you did know the episode title, but since then you just haven't. So now every time, just in case you've put it into your little app, I have to ask whether you know.
No, I've stopped logging. So I have a new system for my app. The new system is that I log the episodes one season at a time, so I don't get any episode spoilers.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's smart. All right. But do we want to guess the title of the episode?
Hold on. Toll evasion.
Toll evasion. Okay. May.
What's toll evasion?
Toll evasion.
Oh.
Toll evasion.
I heard it like television, but with a toll at the beginning.
May, what is your guess?
The delivery.
The delivery. Okay. May, you were closer. The title is quite simply The Baby. That's it. Season 2, Episode 7, The Baby. It was aired...
Famous rapper, The Baby?
Famous rapper, The Baby?
There's a rapper called The Baby.
Okay. I didn't know that.
All right, well, this joke is wasted on you then. Keep going.
It is wasted on me. And it was aired on the 20th of April, 2008. Flame on.
Hell yeah. And Nessa's high as hell in the episode as well.
Yeah.
She is high as hell in the episode. That is relevant. But do we have any overall thoughts on the episode?
It's good, but it's my least favorite episode.
What?
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Ari?
Pierce, I'm gonna kill you.
What is that? related to the question I asked, or is that just a general
I'm
statement?
going to kill you. That's my main thought.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So earlier in the week, when you watched the episode, you sent me a message afterwards saying I'm going to kill you, and I don't know what that was about. I think we'll wait until we get there to reveal why you're going to kill me. I do have a prediction, but
Okay.
So Ari, did you like the episode or not? What were your thoughts?
No, it was fine. And I don't have any other thoughts.
All right, May, do you have any other overall thoughts other than it was fine, but it was your worst episode?
I didn't like it. I don't know. The first half of the episode was good. The second half, wasn't a fan.
That is surprising to me. This is like my favorite episode so far by a lot. Like,
interesting.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's got incredible execution. There's so many callbacks. Stuff that was set up earlier in the season comes back. I think it's a really nice little episode. But all right, we'll talk more about it. How does the episode open up to start off with?
They're on the phone again.
Yeah, Stacey's on the phone with Gavin. And Stacey mentions that Gavin was there, had come to visit her. For like an evening, which I guess explains why Pierce was all being defensive last episode when I was like, why hasn't Gavin gone to see Stacey? And he was like, well, it's only been a weekend or whatever.
Well, here's the thing, right? So at one point in this episode, so let's try and figure out some timeline stuff here. I've just got one. Yeah. I've got more notes about this later, but let's just all condense it into one because it's all sort of Hicks spawns from here. At some point later in the episode, Stacey said they've been living apart for 4 weeks.
Yes.
Right? And then, but at the start, it sort of seems like last episode was set yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, it was as if he went to the phone party and then went to Barry that evening and then came home. So that would mean that they'd spent 4 weeks without seeing each other, which would make your point from last week even more valid.
Hell yeah.
So it's hard. I don't actually know what the timeline information is, or what the timeline situation is.
I prefer the timeline where I'm correct.
Okay, all right.
But either way, even if it was like phone party, 4 more weeks of nonsense, and then he goes to visit her. He in like a month, he's only come to visit her once, and it was for an evening. And Stacey's like, "Wow, you're such a king." Either way, he's a piece of shit. So either way, I'm right.
Yeah.
But then Stacey says she wants to go. She wants to come down to Essex.
Yes.
And then we cut to titles, and we cut to Stacey at the train station in Essex.
Yeah. And Gavin's late.
Yeah. I knew you'd have. I literally wrote in my notes like, May, what are your thoughts on this? But if you compare this scene of like, this is like. I would call this the first of many callbacks in this episode, where Stacey is at the train station. You compare it to like a couple of episodes ago when Stacey went to the train station in Barry. Like everything's cold and grey here. She's got like I'd almost go as far as to call it like a sad look on her face, like when she's arriving in Essex. But then when she was arriving in Barry, she was like, it was a very different sight, basically.
Yeah,
it is interesting because like they don't control the weather when they're filming, probably.
This is true. Yeah. Maybe it was just lucky. Maybe they just got lucky on that day.
Yeah. No, because I mean, I agree with you. Like, obviously, like, they control their costuming choices and stuff. So, like, I agree with you that it was intentional. But, yeah.
I like that you said probably. Like, they don't control the weather, probably. Like, there's a chance.
They're omnipotent, baby.
It's just a really good show, man. They control the weather.
Ruth Jones just has a line.
Yeah, Gavin's late. I'd say, he says it's traffic, which I don't live in London, but I've been to like big cities before. I understand traffic is annoying as hell, but you're already on probation, brother. You should have left home like an hour before just to make sure you were there when she arrived.
Okay. Yeah. Well, May, you've established before on the podcast you really hate being late and when people are late.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, that might contribute to it. I'm very annoyed with when people are late. But I will say, like, I don't hold other people to those I just don't like me being late. If other people are late, I guess I'm more forgiving than if I was with Gavin.
Well, you're not very forgiving of Gavin right now.
Yeah, because he's a cunt. Pierce. I'm not forgiving of Gavin because he's a little dickhead. But in normal times, I'd be more upset if like I'm also late because of this person than if just this person is late and I'm on time, I guess.
Right, yeah. I will say, it doesn't look like he's that late. He's probably like 5 minutes late, because Stacey still like stood when there's... I assume there's like a bench behind her or something that she could sit down on. He's probably only a few minutes late.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you say, Gavin's a cunt.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if he wasn't a cunt, it'd be fine. But he's a cunt, so it's shitty that he's late.
But then it's Pam and Mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pam and Mix.
Pam's freaking out.
Yes.
But of course she is. When is she not?
Stacy is about to return to her marital matrimonial home.
I love that line so much, man.
So one thing I've noticed about Pam throughout this episode is, like, I feel like she's maybe guilty about, like, the beef, the very small beef that her and, like, Stacey had. Like, they've never gotten into a screaming match, but there definitely was, like, it was very cold between them in some episodes and in, like, some scenes. And I feel like Pam's, like, trying to make up for that, I guess. Like, she's being very nice to Stacey. There's even this part later on in the episode where, like, she starts apologizing and Mick has to go, like, hey, calm down.
Yeah. Pam is just very much an overthinker. I think is the case.
Can't relate.
No, I didn't think so.
But also like Stacey's kind of like back to being sort of a guest, because like Pam said, like well, like Mick said, like he didn't have to clean up those golf things, whatever, during like the what was it, like 7 weeks that she was living there or whatever.
7 months, I think you'll find.
7 months. Of course, I was testing you and you passed. But now she's back. She's back after not being there for 4 weeks, and now it's all like, let's clean this up. Let's be really nice to Stacey. We have to convince her to stay married to my darling boy.
My little prince.
There's a really funny moment in this scene. When Stacey like knocks on the door when they're arriving, and Pam just takes off her apron and just throws it on the floor. But she doesn't. She just takes it off and she just throws it like it's on the floor, and you can see it in a later shot that it's just. Like,
oh, can you actually?
Like, yeah. Because I wasn't sure. It's like, is this just like sitcom magic where she like takes it off and it disappears? But no, you can see it in the shot. It's just on the floor.
Fair play to the filmmakers. They actually kept it there. I respect that.
I have a bit of a question.
Sure.
So while Pam and Mick are talking and Stacey's not there yet, she said at one point, she says, "It's not fuss, Michael," or whatever, and I just put that line in there so I can remember what part. In the mirror behind her, we can see something move out of frame. What the fuck is that?
Let me have a look. Let me pull this
Have
up.
a look. I don't know what I watched that scene maybe 5 times. I cannot tell.
It's like, let me just share my screen with you guys. It's Pam.
Oh yeah.
It's just Pam moving forwards.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's crazy. I watched it 5 times. Why didn't I fucking realize that? It's so obvious now.
It's fucking Pam.
It's so obviously her.
Regardless, I love Pam and Mick, man. Like, I love their dynamic of Mick just constantly like pulling her back and trying to chill her out. It's so good, man.
Barry's Island made me laugh.
Yeah, Barry's Island is a funny line. Mick corrected her, and she's just like, Mick, shut the fuck up. I don't care about your corrections right now. And then when Stacey arrives, Pam is just sort of yapping away. She's got foot and mouth disease. Mick has to save the day and just be like, "Hi, Stacey, you're all right. Hello."
Pam is talking to Stacey a bit like a scared child.
yeah, she is.
She's scared she's gonna say the wrong thing and like Stacey's gonna take off running.
Stacey, one thing I noticed in this scene is that Stacey had brought a lot of stuff with her, but I guess that's also just like her MO. Like, she brought a big suitcase.
Yeah, she does.
Also,
that is very Stacey.
Like a one night thing.
Yeah. But everyone sort of leaves to do various different jobs, and Stacey is left alone in the hallway, looking very sort of pensive.
Yeah.
And then we cut to. Oh, go on.
Wait, sorry. Before that, Pam says to Stacey, she was like, "You don't look fat, even though your mom did say," which I thought was a very nice callback.
That's what I'm saying, man. Callbacks, so many. But then we go to Nessa and Gwen having a read.
Yes.
Ness is reading the Satanic Verses, and like nowhere near cultured enough to know what the joke is here. And like when I tried to Google it, like I'd been awake for 24 hours and I just gave up.
Oh, I do.
Oh, Ari, you know?
I know a little bit about the Salman Rushdie. So I know about this because there was an assassination attempt on him a couple of years ago near where my grandparents lived, and it was like a big news story in their area.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah, for real. But yeah, no. So Salman Rushdie is this guy. He wrote the Satanic Verses, which is considered to be blasphemous to the Islamic religion. So he has, because I don't remember which country in the Middle East this is. That he's from, but he's from that country. Anyway, yeah, so he's an immigrant from that country to the UK, right?
Okay.
But he's like banned from ever going back, and they've put this fatwa on him, which is like basically like has been interpreted as like if you're like Islamic and you see him, like it's on site, kind of.
Oh shit! Let's go.
I hope I'm not getting all that horribly wrong, but that's my understanding of the situation.
This is a Gavin and Stacey podcast.
But anyway, that's what Ness is reading.
And Gwen is reading Please Mummy No, and then she starts reading the sequel, No Daddy Please Don't. And I think this is a reference to works by a writer called Dave Pelzer.
Okay.
Who wrote an autobiographical book about his life as a victim of child abuse. So he wrote that book, and then when it sold well, he released a sequel, like, and then a third one. It's just like, it's wild being like, you're gonna milk this cash cow dry. Like, don't get me wrong, like, respect the hustle. It's just wild.
Yeah. If something like that happened to you, you might as well bank on it.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Bryn's got an iPod.
Hell yes, I was excited as hell.
Oh, me too, man.
I was especially excited because he went to the store for a Nano. And there was nothing I wanted more than an iPod Nano when I was a small child. But I could never.
Did you ever get one?
I could never save up enough money. My parents were like, if you want one, you have to buy it yourself, and I could never save up enough money. But I always wanted one. I still think I want one. But...
You should get one, man. Like, I feel like that would be a good birthday present. Like, me and May should get you one for your birthday.
Yeah, but then I'd have to buy it because I don't own like MP3 tracks anymore, so I'd have to buy all the tracks.
You pirate them, no?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll work on it.
May, did you ever have an iPod?
No, I went directly to phone. As a kid, I really wanted a DS because all of my friends had DSs. But my dad was like, if you do that, you're not gonna know how to like communicate with real people. Like he would see kids just on their DSs, you know, not a cell phone in sight, you know, just like that whole logic of like you're not gonna be able to communicate with people, you're not gonna be able to say hello to people. But then when I turned 13, I got a cell phone, and my two younger siblings got DSs. I'm gonna kill myself.
When I was a kid, I was only allowed to watch TV for like an hour a week. And now my siblings, but then the pandemic happened, and now my siblings are just allowed to be. It wasn't even just an hour of TV; it was an hour of any type of screen a week. Because my mom is my mom is a pediatrician. So she's all into like children's health and whatever.
I think for a while I was only allowed an hour a day. But an hour a week seems pretty excessive to me. But I mean, your mum's the doctor; like she knows what she's doing.
But now, well, I don't know because now my younger siblings, like my sister's watching TV right now. She's been watching it for hours.
She's cutting into her hour for her hour of the week.
In terms of like younger siblings being given like an easier treatment, I have like an So when I turned 7, my mom was like, "This is
gonna be the static cut, May."
Okay, but it's important. Well, no, it's not. But like when I turned 7, my mom was like, so there you go.
Oh my god.
Feel free to static cut that.
I intend to.
Gavin and Stacey. All right.
Bryn has an iPod.
I had an iPod.
Oh yeah, you had an iPod.
I had a few iPods.
I did have a little I did have a little MP3 player. I had a music player, but I really wanted an iPod Nano. I
had an iPod Nano. I think it was the 3rd gen, the one that's like sort of short and fat, and it still had the click wheel. It's not the little touchscreen one. There's one that still had the click wheel, but it was super thin. Oh, it was gorgeous, man. Loved it.
How many songs did you have on it?
I don't know. My dad had a lot of songs, and I just synced with his iTunes.
Yeah.
So it was probably like a few thousand.
Jesus Christ!
It's good because he had fucking shelves and shelves of CDs, and he imported each of them one by one into iTunes.
Yeah, that's where most of my music came from. Like when I had the MP3 player, would be like, my dad would rip them from CDs for me.
I when I had a phone, it was like I downloaded one of those MP4 to MP3 apps. And then I'd copy a link of like a YouTube, a song on YouTube that I like, put it into that app, and then I'd have it like that was my Spotify back in the day, back when we drank from the water hose.
I remember there was a website when I had when I was in high school. There was a website called BeeMP3, BeeMP3, and it was just like a YouTube converter. You just type in whatever song you wanted, and it would grab it from YouTube and turn it into an MP3. I used that shit so much, man. But now I'm like super diligent with my music library. I make sure everything is like properly labeled and numbered and has the correct album artwork and stuff.
I am disappointed that like Bryn's iPod escapades didn't make a bigger part of the episode. I would have liked it to be like a bigger. I guess more important stuff was going on, but I'm just saying.
yeah, maybe slightly. I mean, he managed to wrangle it in. He managed to make the kid listen to Jack Johnson, but we'll get to that. That Bryn's iPod, right? It could probably still be kicking today, you know. Like those things are great for maintenance.
Yeah.
Like you could add terabytes and terabytes of storage to them. You can like replace basically everything in them. I want an iPod Classic is the point.
I don't know if she still does this, but my sister like a few years ago, she got really into like not using her phone as much. So she got like a really old school phone, and then she like got an iPod for music, and she would just listen to it through like a very old iPod. I don't know if she still has it, but yeah.
I think Nathan has it. Nathan Bauer, host of Still Got Legs and co-owner of Another Happy Studios. I think he has an iPod, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can't ask him. He's never going to be on this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. Back in Essex.
Yeah, Pam's yapping. Shut up, Pierce.
Is Pam yapping?
Well, with Stacey, they're yapping. They're having a little yap sesh.
I wouldn't say I think they're just chatting. They're not yapping.
Okay, well, whatever.
What makes you say that? No, I'm curious.
They're just very, I don't know. I guess yapping to me is also like very, very enthusiastically having a conversation. Gossiping, chit-chatting.
Okay, all right, yeah. Gossiping and yapping aren't the same thing. Yapping is superfluous and goes on too long and it's not necessary to anything.
This puts a lot of stuff you've told me into context. What the fuck?
Why do you think I have that static cut sound effect in every single Adobe Audition project when I'm editing this podcast?
This is unfortunate news. Would you say superfluous, unnecessary, goes on too long?
Yeah, for real.
lovely to hear about though, right? Fun like like add some nice texture to a conversation.
I think, May, you seem a little heartbroken.
No, I don't care. But you should agree that, like, you know, without the yappers, where would we be in the world? You know, if every conversation was like efficient and utilitarian. Maybe if we didn't have yappers, we wouldn't have Socrates.
And she's already got Socrates. Oh, fucking hell. That's the best pronunciation of Socrates that I've heard since I first watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Is that not how you pronounce that?
It's Socrates.
I was testing you guys and you passed.
But hold on, okay, but let's go back to May's point though. So if there weren't yappers, we wouldn't have Socrates or Socrates.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, May, you're calling yourself the modern day Socrates, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
And without Socrates, we wouldn't have Plato. And without Plato, guess what? Plato's allegory of the cave? Nothing. Doesn't exist. And that's like the best thought experiment ever.
And if we didn't have Plato, we wouldn't have Aristotle.
I hate everyone here.
We need to up the pace here. We're like nowhere in this episode.
Oh, really? Do you have something? Do you have something in a few hours?
No, I just don't want to spend 9 years editing this podcast.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Gavin comes in
and he's printed out some houses from the World Wide Web, which I don't know whether you remember, but in episode 2, Bryn taught him how to use this World Wide Web thing.
Yeah. Character evolution right there. You think Bryn taught him how to use a printer as well?
Well, yeah, he printed out the maps in front of him, didn't he? Like, he must have... Yeah. Gavin must have stored that in his brain bank and pulled that one out for this. And Pam and Mick are going to give him 20 fucking grand. That's unreal. Yeah. I would like Pam and Mick to give me 20 grand, please.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
This is the scene. This is the scene I didn't like.
Oh, okay. Do you want to take us through it and why you didn't like it?
Well, so they give Stacey, or they say they want to give Gavin and Stacey 20 grand to like get started with a new place to live. And Stacey's like just kind of doesn't know what to say. And then Pam like gets really like weird about it, I think.
Yeah. You don't find that funny? I think that's funny.
Oh no, this made me like so angry at Pam. Like
really?
I hate like when people like kind of demand like an emotional performance from you, or like it feels like Pam is offering Stacey this money and like she needs Stacey to like act in a certain way now because like she's made this offer of money. And like that like pisses me off. Like I can't stand when people like think they can like control like how you behave, like, or like, I mean, I don't know, just try to pull like do like power moves and stuff. I hate it. I hate it.
I mean, yeah, like in real life I would agree with you, but in this TV show I think it's funny. I just think it's a very Pam reaction. That's what I just, and Pam's a funny character to me. May, what do you reckon?
I don't know. I think, I also like I also agree with Ari that like it's stressful sometimes when you receive something, and like half of receiving something is making sure that you're reacting in a way where someone knows you appreciate it, even if you do appreciate it, but maybe you're just like not like a super expressive person. So I agree with that. But I think the fact that like it is revealed later on that Stacey doesn't appreciate it, not because like she doesn't realize that like it's 20 grand, but because she's like thinking of divorce. I guess that sort of justifies it a little bit. I will say it's really funny how like they're leaving the room and you can hear Pam say, she didn't even react to the 20 grand.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really fucking funny.
Mick is like shushing her as well. Mick is like ever the room reader. Mick is like, oh, okay, right, you've probably got a lot to talk about. Pam, come on, let's leave them to it.
I do think it's very telling that like, they are married. They are a married couple, and she's like, maybe living together isn't such a great idea. Maybe something they should have maybe figured out, like before this.
Yeah,
they're doing things in the wrong order.
For sure. I do think there is some amazing acting in this scene from Matthew Horn in particular. Yes. There's a little thing here though. I want to talk about the acting for a second.
So wait, okay. So are you before or after Pam and Mick leave?
After.
Okay. I have some notes on Gavin's. Well, I mean, like not just the character of Gavin's behavior in this next scene. Primarily, I hated that. So Pam and Mick leave, and like Stacey's like trying to like is like I don't know. I think just like kind of overwhelmed and like trying to. I like kind of make sense of what she's feeling. And Gavin like stands up. Like, so now he's talking down to her. Like, that's the first thing he does, and that pissed me off as well.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah. That makes sense. I hadn't even considered that, the body language thing. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. That's like another like physical thing. But there's a thing here where Gavin sort of acts like as soon as Pam and Mick leave the room, he's very sort of docile, and he acts like he's sort of already realised that Stacey wants to end their relationship as soon as Pam and Mick leave. But then later on, he has like an oh shit moment where he's like, "Oh my god, are you breaking up with me? Is this what's happening?" But the point is, like, when Gavin's talking at the start, he's like, "What's going on, Stace?" It really is well acted. Like he's got a lump in his throat. It's like really well done.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
You're supposed to say something at this point. Also made me so angry. Like, oh my god. In this situation, I would have just left. Like, I wouldn't have bothered to have this conversation.
I don't like how he asks her what's going on. First of all, I've mentioned this before, but she keeps telling you, brother. But then she goes, I don't know, you're perfect. And this starts a theme in this episode of people giving way too much credit to Gavin's character.
I will say,
freaking out about that.
you say that she's been telling you, but he does point out that like Stacey has said that the issue was not having a house. The issue is living at Pam and Mick's and not being in Barry. And now she's I don't want to say moving the goalpost because that puts too much blame on her.
Yeah.
But now she's like realizing that that's not the issue, and Gavin is getting frustrated by that. So like,
I don't know. I don't think the issue was just we're living with your parents and like I want to live in
that's
Barry.
what she told him. That's what she told him.
Yeah.
But
up until
no,
that
because she also said that she feels like he doesn't listen to her, he doesn't take her seriously, he doesn't like consider her feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, actually.
I don't know if I don't know if like the parents giving 20 grand is gonna solve that issue. Because it's still like it's not solving the grander issue of like she doesn't feel like her emotions and feelings and opinions matter.
Right, yeah. I now that you say that, she did say that at the fucking barn dance.
So everyone in the scene, except for Mick, everyone in the scene is treating Stacey like a child, I think. And what really... So I feel like Stacey's emotions are really pretty easy to understand, like, especially after Pam and Mick leaves and, like, Stacey's just talking to Gavin. I think her emotions are pretty straightforward here. Like, she feels emotionally and financially trapped, which I think is very understandable and straightforward.
Yeah, she does say that. Yeah.
But like even before, like I don't know what's so hard to grasp about how Stacey's feeling to the other characters in this scene. Everyone here feels very like self-centered to me. I really disliked how they were treating Stacey in this scene.
There's one line that I really do like, which is Stacey sort of asks Gav whether she says like, what, you thought everything was fine again? And Gavin like instinctively answers, no, of course I didn't. And then he sort of thinks about it and he's like, well, actually, yeah, I did. Like to his credit, he's like, yeah, I fucking did. What the fuck is going on?
Good on him for being honest, I guess. I didn't like how there's a line where he says, do you want me to move to like Barry or like fucking where or whatever?
Really funny.
Now he wants to move to Barry.
This line is so fucking... I find this so funny because Gavin goes... He has a big deep breath and he goes, all right, I'll move to Barry. And then he instantly changes his mind and he goes, no, I'll move to Cardiff. I won't move to Barry. I'll move to Cardiff.
No, but it is very telling that was an option the whole time. It just needed her. He just needed her to threaten divorce, pretty much.
Literally, man. Yeah.
Not to like no but your joke or anything like that.
Yeah. No, I get you. But yeah, first of all, Stacey's phone rings while they're talking, and then like 30 seconds or so later, Gavin's phone rings and he like rejects the call as well. And the argument, if you like, reaches its climax, and Stacey's like, "We love each other, but that's just not enough. Like we're too different, and I can't ignore it." And what does she do?
She takes off her ring, which was very cathartic to me.
Yeah. I will say I'm a big crybaby. As soon as she started taking off her ring and he goes like, "Don't take it off, please," I started crying.
Oh yes! Is that your first cry?
I hate Gavin.
Is that your first cry of Gavin and Stacey?
I've come close a few times just because I'm a big crier, but yeah, it's the first time I've actually cried.
Oh, let's go.
I will be fair though. I think most of the time the reason I'm not crying is because I'm also writing notes at the same time, so I have like something to like focus on that makes me like keep my cool. But this time, I did cry and I was like, fuck Gavin.
Let's fucking go, boys. We gotta.
Like, I guess I'm rooting. Like, I want them to work it out. Like, this is Gavin and Stacey show. Like, I think they should figure things out. But
sure.
In this moment, after this scene, I was like, yes, take that ring off. Like, kill this man. I think I wrote somewhere in my notes, I don't know what specific line it was, but I remember I was rewatching this last night, and Gavin just came off as a psychopath to me in this last scene.
Oh, really?
It just is so uncaring, of how Stacey's feeling at a certain point. It was
yeah.
I really hated it.
I'm really so yeah. I'll say this now, just because we're talking about how much of a dick Gavin is. We're coming to the end of season 2 now, which is the end of the Gavin is a dickhead arc.
Yeah.
It's much.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give away anything by saying this. It's much nicer going forward. Everything is much more happy-go-lucky going forward.
That's good.
There's much less drama, so we've got all that to look forward to.
Yeah.
But while Stacey's taking the ring off, the house phone rings, and who bursts in the room?
Pam bursts in the room and she goes, Nessa's going into labor. And I'll say, up until this very moment when you were describing the phone answering and them, I didn't put 2 and 2 together that the reason their phones kept ringing was because Nessa was going into labor and they were trying to tell one of them until you brought it up and you're like, the Stacey's phone rings, she hangs up, and I was like, why is that important? Why is he mentioning that?
How many watches did that take you, Pierce?
I'll tell you what, it was only recent that I actually noticed. Well, I say recent, it was probably about 10 years ago now. But, it took me, quite a few years of watching the show before I noticed that those phones were ringing for them, sort of thing. But then we go back to Barry, and Bryn's got his stopwatch, and he's timing Nessa's contractions.
Nessa's having an omelet. Put one more omelet on the omelet counter.
Yeah, she has. A plain omelet, no less. Bring that up to 11.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, here we go.
Side note, a plain omelette? That sounds awful to me.
That's just an egg. I mean, it's not awful,
Yeah.
it's just an egg.
Yeah, but, just an egg?
An egg is fine.
On its own, though? Just plain?
Don't pregnant people get, weird cravings, though?
This is true. But then Gwen starts, summarizing. She's like, right, well, I've told Doris, I've called Jason, I've let, Peg down the road know. Now we just sit and wait. And there's a little pause.
Oh, they forgot Smithy.
Forgot to tell Smithy. Yeah.
What about Smithy?
Yeah, I also forgot about Smithy. Gavin was calling his friends at one point, and I was like, why do his friends need to know?
He can't get through to Smithy, so he's ringing his friends to see if they've been able to speak to Smithy at all.
I they called they're listing off Gavin's friends, and Chinese Alan is just called Chinese.
Yeah. He just that's that's what they call him, Chinese.
That's his first name.
That's his first name.
Chinese.
Alan is actually his surname.
Alan
was my father's name. Call me Chinese.
Gavin is Gavin's on the hunt for Smithy. Pam and Mick are driving Stacey to Barry. And I like how Gavin says, where do I even start looking for Smithy? And they all say...
The
driving range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you not like our delivery on that?
No. I didn't.
Oh my god, the fucking driving range! That's where they fucking go, bitch! Oh my god, we're about to go to the fucking driving range, cunt! Oh my god, let's go! I can't wait!
That's what I was looking for. There we go.
Bitch. Hashtag driving range.
No one knows how old Nessa is.
Including Nessa. She's not sure.
Yeah, that's a good bit, yeah.
Pam mentions loving the drama. Pierce, thoughts?
Yeah.
Relatable. I love the drama. You know what, man? I do. I love drama. When I used to work, in a pizza place, right?
Yeah.
When I used to be the manager, I was in charge, right?
Oh wow.
And if I saw someone make a mistake, I wouldn't say anything. I would just let the mistake happen, and then it would cause a bigger problem down the road because I just love the chaos. I just love watching shit go wrong.
That's so funny.
And And I told people I would do this. Like, don't rely on me to call out your mistakes, because I won't. Like, I'm gonna watch it all unfold and watch all the shit hit the fan. I love it.
Pierce, did you leave the strap voluntarily?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
We're back in Barry. Dave from Dave's Coaches is here. The best.
Yes, he
amazing.
is.
Love him so much. He has like this little device that's usually used for cows, and Bryn calls him out on it, and he's like, "Nessa's not a cow," and he goes like, "No, she's not. She's a fox." And you guys don't like Dave from Dave's Coaches?
I don't have a problem with Dave from Dave's Coaches.
We don't have any problems with him, mate. We don't have any issues with him. We're just not as into him as you are.
He's great.
I like that they start making out and Bryn like turns his back.
Yeah.
And then she like once she's done, she like pushes Dave off her, and in the very same breath goes, "And you know he's on Smithy." Like, it's so good, man.
I think the part where Bryn turns around is especially funny because later on, like, he has a glove implying that he's like examining Nessa. But like but like her making out with Dave from Dave's Coaches, that's where he draws the fucking line.
That's like a medical professional's view. I feel like you know,
sure.
when he's fingering Nessa, he's not like it's not intimate at all.
When he's fingering Nessa.
Yeah, but watching someone kiss someone else, that's pretty intimate. So, but then we see Gavin on the phone in his car. And he does mention
Pierce, if your mate is like going into labor, are you doing the fingers?
If you guys were going into labor, I'd finger either one of you.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I guess so. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Gavin's on the phone in his car.
I like Gary and Simon are calling Gavin.
Yeah, fucking good, man. They share a phone. So good. You know, what's not to fucking love, man?
Ride or dies.
But then we get a pretty amazing scene where
so good.
Gavin pulls up to the drive-thru.
Are you guys fans of Lily Allen?
I'm not too familiar with her work.
She's all right. She's not my type of singer, but I like that all of her songs are just like, fuck this fucking guy.
Yeah. I love it.
But like not in a way, not in the same way as like, I don't know, for example, Sabrina Carpenter, all of her songs are also fuck this fucking guy. I just really like Lily Allen's humor, but no, her songs aren't necessarily for me. How about you, Pierce?
I haven't listened to many Lily Allen songs, but like the three that I have heard, I've listened to a lot of, and I really like. So read into that what you will. But then, what does Rudy do?
She jumps out the drive-thru window and somersaults across Gavin's car.
So fucking good, man. And
so great.
Gavin's like, won't they fucking fire you if you do this? And she's like, I do not give a fuck.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, where are we?
So.
Oh yeah, we're driving.
There's a scene with Mick, Pam, and Stacey in the car. Do we have any notes on this, or can we skip over it? Because it's very brief.
Just like an awkward scene.
Yeah. Just Stacey's looking sad in the back.
They don't know that she broke up with Gavin.
Yeah. Back to Barry. Bryn is fingering Ness. David. I love how Dave is observing. Like he's got a fag and ashtray in hand. It's just hilarious, just watching Bryn finger Ness. So good.
So the next scene is Gavin in the car and he's on the phone with Bryn, and he asks like, Bryn, how you doing? I think, and then he's like, wait, no, actually no, never mind.
Yeah. Bryn's just yapping down the line at him, man.
So we go back to Gavin and Smitty's sister. Smitty's the actor's in real life sister, driving in a car, and they make like a quick stop so that Rudy can trash talk this group of girls.
Charisse, man. Charisse is played by Danielle Walters, who is not in Doctor Who, unfortunately. Okay. But also, alongside her is another person listed on IMDb, listed as just Chav, is Medi Ford, so presumably one of Charisse's mates, also not in Doctor Who.
Okay, great.
But I love this scene.
It's so well done.
Yeah, so good, man. Fucking, she pulls over, and Rudy's like, Charisse, what is wrong with you? Don't even chat to me yet, because I ain't got nothing to say to you. What is your problem? One word. Darren Miller? I ain't done nothing with Darren Miller. Not since you're 10. You're a liar. I ain't a liar. But Auntie saw you on the fire escape, yeah? Well, why would I lie to you, yeah? You're not even with Darren Miller. What do you mean I'm not with Darren Miller? You know full well I'm with Darren Miller. It's fucking good shit, man.
We need a theme song for when Pierce does this.
Yeah. When he goes in his little mind palace. Pierce, I heard of a phenomenon where some people, right, their brain gets, like, they can, like, okay, so it started, I saw, like, on Tumblr or Twitter or whatever the fuck I saw it at, someone who was like, as a kid, when I would get bored, I would just, there were some movies that I had seen so often that I would just pretend to watch them again from my room in my brain. Do you do that?
No comment. I have been known to do that at work. I've been known to put on an episode of Gavin and Stacey in my head while I was at work.
I have one episode of Doctor Who I can do that with.
Oh shit, which one?
That's the Empty Child.
Yes. No. Fucking Darren Miller, man.
So it cuts to, like, various people getting to the hospital and stuff like that. My next note is at the pub. Anybody have anything before then?
No, mine is too.
No.
Yeah, there's just like a few scenes.
Okay. So they find Smithy at the pub. I will say I think it's very funny how
Before that?
yeah, Rudy gets to the. Do you have something about Rudy going to the? That's my next note.
No, before that.
Oh, go ahead then.
Thank you. The floor is mine. When they enter the pub, Gavin goes, "Oh, it's rammed," and Rudy responds with, "Yeah, it's Sergio Ramos." Do you guys know what this is?
No.
Is he? Wait. So my how I don't know. What I assumed when I was watching it was just that Sergio Ramos is like a football player or something.
He is a football player. That's correct.
Yeah.
But his last name, like Ramos, Ramos, like this is the thing that happens a lot, particularly with footballers over here, where someone's name will come to mean what their name sounds like. So, like, Sergio Ramos means rammed because of Ramos. Like, busy.
The rhyming slang.
Yeah, kind of like that, but like just tweaked slightly. Like, so people will say it's absolutely Sergio in here. Another one is Gareth Bale. There's a guy called Gareth Bale, and you could say I'm going to go full Gareth on this plan, like meaning you're going to bail on it. I'm gonna go full Gareth.
Yeah, these hurt my brain a little bit. I know about this.
Oh, right.
This is the first time hearing about it, and I'm like a big fan.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm gonna try to get it started over here.
No, yeah, like the two most common ones that I know of are Sergio and Gareth.
Well, I'm gonna do it with like people that like matter over here.
Okay.
Celine Dion, maybe.
How are you gonna make Celine Dion mean something?
I'll figure it out. Don't worry about me. Worry about your celebrities. I'll worry about mine.
I'm gonna do one for me. I'm gonna say I need some pierced cheese on that.
I honestly.
There we go. Ari got it. May didn't get it. Ari got it.
I got it.
Sorry, Pierce. What did you say? I want to get this joke.
Yeah, no, it was good.
So I said I'm gonna do it with my name. I need some pierced cheese on that.
Is that like a brand of cheese?
Think about how.
Yeah,
I don't like this. I don't like this. What is it? What's going on?
Like, think about Pierce's last name. Pierce's last name, right?
More? Oh!
There we go. Need some more cheese on that.
You have to think about the last name.
There we go. Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. What happens next to the pub, mate? Go ahead.
Sorry. That's insane. Okay. Yeah. So Rudy gets to like the front of the crowd, and I like how she gets up and she just goes, "Has anyone seen my brother?" And they all immediately know she's talking about Smithy, and they go, "No."
But he is just in the bathroom.
And I have a note that says intervention episode when.
But he is just in the bathroom, so why has no one seen him? That's weird.
Yeah, I guess they're drunk.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. But they find him. He walks out of the bathroom, and I love how like just earnestly pleased and like surprised Smithy is to see Gavin. He's like, "Gavin, Kevlar, what are you doing here, man? Like, this is such a treat. You're at the pub with me. This is what a great time. Like, it's great. And then they reveal that Nessa has, in fact, gone into labour. Jesus.
Yeah. Time to go to the hospital, bitch. 1 month early.
Yeah, boy.
I was trying to decide how much of a criminal Smithy is for this whole sequence, right? Where like he's nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Right, because so follow my logic here.
Okay, I'm following.
If it had been 3 weeks later and they were unable to find Smithy, he would be a criminal, right?
Yeah.
I think I agree, yeah.
Yeah. So I do feel like it's pretty common for babies to be born like up to a month before their due date. So I do feel like you should at least have your phone on you. But yeah, it is pretty early to be like just on call for a baby being born.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like what would have happened is, mate, I honestly think that if Nessa, if Neil the baby had been born when Neil the baby was supposed to be born, like a month later, I think in about 3 weeks' time, Smithy would have gone up to Barry and lived on like Bryn's sofa for a while, while like waited. I feel like that's what would have happened, to be honest.
Yeah. That's the vibes I got too. I think I had the same thought process as Ari, and I think like he's fully saved by the fact that this baby is a month early.
Yeah, for sure.
Had the baby been born like 3 months, then that would have been inexcusable for him to not even like be in the area. Yeah. But like I don't know. It's pretty. I don't know enough about like the statistics on how often babies are born early or late or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think it's fine.
But they run out of the pub, and then what happens?
They do the handshake.
They do the handshake, man. I fucking love this handshake. I love it so much. I love how you can see them both like trying not to laugh as they're doing it.
Yeah.
I always love it in shows when that happens, when you can see the actors trying not to laugh. It's good shit. But May, what is your next note? I think
Vanessa Shanessa Jenkins.
That's my next note as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And you had already told us about this.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
And so but I still really appreciated it, even with you spoiling this aspect of the show.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for spoiling Nessa's middle name for you. Vanessa
Listen, you're always
Shanessa
spoiling
Jenkins.
this show.
It's good shit, man.
Now I know that Gavin's not an asshole in season 3.
Oh, heaven forbid. Maybe he still is. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. After we find out Nessa's full name, we see Bryn getting a soup. Soup is apparently part of the fishing trip lore.
Well, it's difficult for Dave to see Bryn standing there with his soup.
Yeah, it's, you can imagine how that would set the mind racing.
Oh! Soup. That's French.
Is soup French?
I'm looking at AI right now. The word soup comes from Old French soup and Late Latin suppa, meaning bread soaked in broth.
All right, we did a shot.
There we go. May say the thing.
Okay, wait. It's Germanic, then it's Late Latin, then it's Old French. That's French. Cela
That's
est français,
French, baby.
Bitch. Cela est français. We did it.
So I do. So he also says it's a physical impossibility. It defies gravity.
He does say that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a new theory for the fishing trip.
Okay, hit us.
So I think on this fishing trip, they went to see Wicked on Broadway, and they saw the musical number. They saw the musical number Defying Gravity, and they couldn't figure out how they did the stunt where Elphaba starts flying.
Right. That sounds just as feasible as any other. Any other theory.
Honestly, my theory for this fishing trip is either it's insane or it's like super normal, but Bryn's freaking out about it because he's Bryn.
I mean, Dave also is freaking out about it though. Dave is also like, this is fucking nuts. So it can't be that normal.
I'm thinking like it's one of those sitcom-y things where it's like people are like, oh, how dare you? And it's like just something super normal that's played like for comedic value, I guess. So I'm thinking it's either going to be like super out there or it's going to be something that's like, because I think comedically it'd be funny to build something up like that for 3 seasons and then it just be like, Bryn pissed his pants because the line to the bathroom was too long.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But the next scene is Gavin and Smithy in the car. Do we have any notes on this?
It might be a girl. Don't make it worse. Is my first note.
Yeah, like it's at the start of the conversation, Smithy's like, oh, I can't believe this, right? And we think he's talking about like the whole situation of Ness giving birth and them having to drive there and whatever. But then he's like, my baby's going to be born in fucking Wales. That's what I can't believe. That's what I'm pissed off about right now.
I like that he thought his baby might be born in London from his Welsh partner.
Yeah, you just know he's been saying this like every day. Like every day, he's been like, I can't believe my baby's going to be born in Wales.
And while Gavin and Smithy are talking, Last Request by Paolo Nutini comes on, which is the song that was playing when in the hotel room when Gavin and Stacey spent their first night together. I don't know whether you guys remember that.
Oh shit!
I did not.
No, I
sorry.
can't say I had that as a note.
Oh, okay.
Gavin and Smithy are talking about the fact that like Stacey maybe broke up with Gavin. I don't like how Smithy goes like, why? And Gavin says, I don't know. Yes, you do, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And then immediately follows it up with, she gave me a bunch of reasons. Okay, so you do know.
Yeah. I think that's more just Gavin not knowing how to explain the situation to Smithy than actually not knowing.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, I don't want to talk about why. I just need to get it out there that it's whatever. But yeah, you're right.
Maybe I just hate Gavin. Maybe that's why.
I've just got a note that says that Smithy is in love with Gavin because he's just like, she's a fool. I want you to be my boyfriend. Like it's so good, man.
I like how so they talk. First of all, I think I ship it because it would take out two evils in one go. But it also continues like a theme of people being like weirdly positive about Gavin in this episode. One of them I forgive because she's high out of her mind, but the other ones I don't get it. And I also like how he says I love you, Gavlar, and then he's like, I don't love you, Gavlar, I love you, Gavin. Like it's more serious.
He's like, this is coming from the heart, man. And then Smithy just says what we're all thinking. He's like, well, you got to get back with her, because how the fuck else is the rest of the show going to work if you don't?
Does he say that?
No, he doesn't say. No, I'm paraphrasing. He's like,
fourth wall break.
You got to get back with her because Ness is about to have my baby, and if you two aren't together, this is going to be impossible to navigate. But then we do go back to the hospital, and they're surrounding Nessa while she's on the gas.
Yeah.
You guys fans of nitrous oxide?
I always said if I was gonna give birth, I'd do it drugged out of my mind. I think if they're if the drugs are available, why not take them?
For real, man.
I don't have any qualms about that. I don't have any moral quandaries about that. I just think it's cool that if you give birth, you get to take drugs.
Yeah, for real, it's good shit, man.
I think I more or less agree. Pierce, if you were gonna give birth, drugs or no drugs?
Oh, drugs. Even if I wasn't going to give birth, drugs.
Hell yeah, here we go. Let's all pretend to give birth and go to the nearest hospital.
Hell yes. Anyone got a roast dinner? I need to pretend I'm pregnant.
Putting like a basketball under my shirt like I'm a high school teenager.
I heard you give drugs to pregnant people.
Someone must have tried that at some point.
Probably.
Like in all of human history, someone must have put a basketball under their shirt.
Yeah. Pam and Mick and Stacey arrive. Pam, who's like freaking out, obviously.
Yeah.
And Sean, the midwife, is back. Do we remember Sean? We met her in the ultrasound.
Yeah,
yes.
This is something I noticed on the rewatch that it's the same person who's helping her with the delivery that was doing the ultrasound. I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't think it is.
I think an ultrasound technician does the ultrasound.
I know this from Juno, the movie Juno.
Yeah. I know this just from like ultrasounds are like complex machinery, and you have to be like a specific ultrasound person to do that.
I don't think so. I think you just have to squeeze some jelly on there and then move the stick around. I think that's basically what you have to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's good that it's her because now that she knows the whole situation, they won't have to re-explain people that aren't in a relationship having a kid together to a different doctor.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a little. I don't know. I'm a little like surprised they did it like this, but like it would not have been difficult. Like you definitely like could have your like. I don't know. You're like a lot of the times people have like a doula or a midwife. Like you could have that person come to the ultrasound with you, and then they'd have the same character. But like it just makes no sense. The ultrasound technician would be also delivering her baby.
I think it was honestly just a budget thing.
Yeah.
Like we only have to pay one actor to do this.
We're a double cast.
Yeah. But yeah, Sean fingers Ness. Ness is getting a lot of fingering done today. And
I don't think that's what the doctors call it, Pierce. I think they call it maybe like measuring.
No, I think that's the medical term.
Let me finger this patient real quick.
And yeah, Stacey has a little brief chat with Ness about Gav.
Yeah, she says that the exact line is, "You'd be a fool to let that one go." And I forgot for a second that she was high, and I was like, "Is there a fucking gas leak in here?" And I was like
Yes,
upset about it. I was like, what the fuck has Gavin ever done that makes you think that your best friend in the world would be an idiot not to date this person? And then I remembered she's drugged.
Yeah, Ness just basically makes it clear that she doesn't think Stacey should break up with him, even though he is a bit short.
Well, Smithy was at that watch party. Maybe he was like doing some drugs at the watch party as well. Maybe everyone was high.
Yeah.
At the watch party.
Yeah, whatever he's doing at the pub. We're watching sports. Or whatever.
You called it a watch party.
I don't know. What do you call it?
It's not got a name. It's just pubs always have football on the TV.
Well, I gave it a name. What's your issue?
It's a football watch party, dickhead.
Okay, I've never heard it called that. That's so funny. I love that so much.
Well, that shows your lack of culture. How about that?
I guess so. Gav's on the phone with Mick, with Smithy in the car, and Gav basically says they're taking her down to have the baby. Like, it's happening now, and Smithy basically just starts panicking because he has no idea what any of this means, and they're going over this.
Time to get to the toll. Time to pay the toll, bitch. But none of them have money.
Yes, they start talking about the price again. This is another callback to the £5.10 thing from a few episodes ago, where they were talking about how expensive the toll is, and I just love how many little things come back in this.
Is the toll lady on Doctor Who?
So yeah, Rita, the toll woman, she's credited as Rita, is played by Helen Griffin. She was in Doctor Who. Do we recognise her?
I reckon she looked familiar.
Yeah.
I guess my guess would be either someone from the 11th Hour or like the episode where they're like in a dream the whole time.
Amy's Choice, yeah.
Yeah.
May?
She looks very familiar. I just cannot for the life of me place her. But I'm like,
okay.
It's one of those things where I'm sure that as soon as you say it, I'll be like, oh yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you definitely will. You'll be like, oh fuck, of course it is. All right, I'll give you a hint. Ari, both of your guesses were incorrect. It was in series 2.
Hold on. Christmas special, no. New Earth, no. Then it's after New Earth. What's the episode after New Earth?
Tooth and Claw.
Tooth and Claw.
School reunion.
Yeah, then school reunion. Is she in school reunion? No, she's not in school reunion.
She could be like a cafeteria lady, but I don't think so.
What's after school reunion? Hold on, let me look this up.
I'm pulling up the list.
Is she in the Cyberman two-parter? I think that's the one I have as the Cyberman two-parter.
There is that one like random like older woman who's in their gang in that episode.
Yes! Is it the random old gang lady from that episode?
It's Mrs. Moore!
Yes! Ari, you did it, bitch!
Mrs. Moore, we got visitors.
This tolling bridge bitch is not letting them pass.
Yeah.
She's being a little cunt. She's like, I want this 10p. I will get fired if I do not get this 10p. The argument escalates. She's clearly just like reading like a scripted dialogue that you have to say when the person.
She said this millions of times before. Yeah. It's good shit.
Mm-hmm.
I do like in this scene how the car behind them starts like honking their horn, and Smithy like leans out the window. He's like, "All right, fuck off, shut the fuck up." Actually,
and he goes like this. He does a masturbating fucking hand symbol signal.
Yeah, he calls him a wanker.
Yeah.
The man in the car is credited as man in car. He's played by Matt Johns, not in Doctor Who, unfortunately.
Yet.
Smithy jumps out of the car, and then he like yanks the barrier up, which I didn't even know was something like physically you could do, but he does it.
Yeah, I don't know whether it is, but this is it's exciting shit, man. Like he lifts the barrier, lets Gavin through. Yeah. They're now outlaws. They're on the run. Gavin's a ride or die for this, right? Like he's just.
That's the right thing to do, I think.
I like how like when he's leaving at first, he quickly like jokingly goes like, "All right, see ya, man," and then he just starts leaving.
All fours is a home from home for Ness.
Sorry? Oh yeah, no, yeah, and that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that tracks to me as well, and also for Sean the midwife and Stacey.
Yeah, everyone in the scene agreed with her. Like, yeah.
That's all I have on that scene. But I mean, to be honest, that's all there really is.
I think it was this scene. Stacey is like, like it's okay, like just like take deep breaths, like you're gonna get through this. And Ness is like, no disrespect, but you've never done this, and neither and I. So why should I listen to you?
I love how blunt Nessa is, man. She's so good.
She says, "Good point, fair play."
Yeah. To Stacey's credit, she fucking you're right. I'll shut the fuck up.
So it cuts to Brosifs having been pulled over.
Yes, by PC.
Pierce before?
Whoa,
shut the fuck up.
No, I have things to say.
No, I know you have shit to say, but before we get to shit to say, I don't want to hear Melina thoughts throughout this whole fucking scene.
What you want to hear has no relevance on what I'm going to say.
Great, for sure. Amazing.
Gavin Smithy had been pulled over by PC Thomas. He's played by Ian Hughes, who has been in Doctor Who. I haven't seen this episode. I don't know whether you guys have you guys seen every episode of Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Do you guys recognize PC Thomas?
No.
No.
Okay. I just read this off IMDb, so I don't actually know this, but apparently he played Nibs in Empress of Mars.
Oh.
I haven't seen that episode, so.
Oh yeah, I think I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But he's also been in Torchwood as well. He played a guy called Finch in Series 4, Episode 9 of Torchwood.
Yeah, Finch. So wait, do you have an episode title for that?
Oh, it's something. It's Miracle Day something.
Oh no, Miracle! I barely watched Miracle Day. Never mind.
Yeah, I watched Miracle Day once, and I never rewatched it. It was good when I watched it, but I have no interest in rewatching it. But other than the Doctor Who connection, May, do you have any thoughts on PC Thomas?
God fucking damn it. You know what's fucking crazy? This whole episode, I was like, as soon as we get to PC Thomas, I'm talking to Pierce. I'm going to be the first one to talk about this scene. I'm going to be like, when teachers, before you go on a trip, they're like, okay, guys, behave. That was me. And yet, here you are pulling a fucking fire alarm. Listen, there's nothing wrong with spinning a little tail. I will say I've never yapped when somebody was in some sort of like pregnancy emergency.
Sure, okay. I no one's ever said you did. No one said you did.
I don't yap that much. I think you overestimate how much I yap.
Yeah, no, you don't. This is the first time that someone on screen has been more of a yapper than you are.
Come on now.
This is probably my favourite scene in the whole episode. Certainly the funniest scene in the whole episode to me.
So Gavin finally drives away. And the officer like pats the car on the back.
Yeah, and he's like, he puts his thumbs up. It's so good, man. I love.
What a sweetheart.
Just the delivery on. Oh, what am I like? My wife says I could talk for whales. Like the delivery on that is so good.
I will say, his yapping probably lightens up the room. Probably really appreciated by the people around him.
Yeah,
probably adds color.
It definitely does.
It's Pierce's favorite scene of the epised.
Exactly, mate. What does that tell you? What does that tell you about?
It tells me that you're a hypocritical cunt.
Exactly.
A sexist piece of shit. A man can yap all he fucking wants, but a lady tells a little tale about going to Catholic catechism classes, and it gets static cut.
Alright, whatever. Ness is bent over and just about ready to pop.
Yeah,
she sure is.
She's like, I do like this little talk that fucking Nessa and Stacey are having. Like, Stacey's like trying to reassure Nessa that Smithy will be here for the birth. And Nessa's just like, no, he won't. He's a twat. What are you on about? And she's like, yeah, I know he is, but Gavin's not. And he's with Gavin, so it'll be fine. Yeah, the boys arrive, and there's a pretty cool sequence of them, like, running through the hospital.
Yeah, Smithy is mad that the signs are all in Welsh, but then it turns out there is an English sign, so it's all,
yeah,
it's all
there's
good.
an English sign there.
Yeah, and then they have, like, some sitcom hijinks where they, like, slip and fall in the hallway.
Yeah, it's just a weird little bit of slapstick. Like, it feels a bit out of place, but...
Yeah, I guess they're trying to emphasize that, like, it's taking them a long time to get to Nessa. Like, they're having trouble. Yeah.
And then the boys burst into the room, right?
Yeah. And it's a little boy. Did we get the gender right? I completely forgot what we guessed.
I think you guessed girl.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, sorry. And Nessa's got her baby, man. And this is like, we get a very rare smile from Nessa in this moment. Like, she grins at Smithy as he walks in. Mm-hmm. I think this might be one of only like 2 or 3 times Nessa smiles in the entire show. It's like, it's so heartwarming. I love it.
And she's high out of her mind for it. Relatable. Yeah. I'm not a fan that Smithy got the gender right. But I guess it would have saved a little girl from a lot of hardship. So maybe I'm happy about it. Yeah, that's true. There's a little bit here where they're arguing about what name and I think this describes Gavin.
Slow down.
Slow down, man. This is
sorry.
We're going through this beat by beat. This is like a big moment in that. This is the culmination of 2 years, right? Like, Smithy is like reduced to tears by this. Like, he's got a son, right? This is insane. And he goes over to Nessa and he even like gives her a little kiss on the forehead, man.
This is what I was talking about earlier, though, right? Where
okay, go on.
So he gives her Smithy comes over. It's very emotional. He gives her a little kiss, and then Dave comes over and she kisses Dave as well.
Yeah. So actually, he's crying and he gives Nessa a kiss on the forehead in a very intimate, private moment, and then everyone else sort of barges in, and the facade of Smithy goes straight back up. He's stone-faced again, and he's back to being himself. And Dave goes to kiss Nessa, and she sort of recoils a little bit.
Oh, I didn't really clock that.
Yeah. She like pulls back a bit from it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I will say it's a little bit like I get Dave, like Nessa's kind of been calling Dave her boyfriend. Like, you get the sense that they're getting a little bit more serious. I will say, still weird timing from Dave to like go in for a kiss after she just had another man's baby. Like, I feel like
that's true.
I don't know. Maybe give her a little bit of space.
What do you reckon, May? I know you're the biggest Ness and Dave defender on the planet.
I reckon Dave from Dave's Coaches is the best, and I think it's fine.
Okay.
I don't have an issue with it. But I've never given birth, so I don't know. Like, maybe... I don't know. I think this is hard to put into words, but I think, if anything, it proves that he's not threatened by the relationship that Nessa and Smithy have, where he doesn't feel like he's out of place, and that he understands that Nessa and Smithy are not dating. She's just having his baby. I personally understood it as like maturity, that he understands that this is not a relationship that he has to compete with. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
Ari, has the I hate you bit already happened? The thing you wrote I hate you
It's
about?
coming up in
coming up.
10 seconds.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is so Nessa wants to name the baby after her dad. Smithy wants the baby to have his name. Is this it? Is this the I hate you bit?
Yeah, we're getting warm.
Yeah. And they're having a bit of a debate about it. Smithy's like, no, this is a family thing. We always name the baby after the father. And Nessa's like, yeah, it's also a family thing in mine. Bryn asks Smithy what his first name is. Pam asks Ness what her father's name was. And what do they both say?
Neil.
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't think that's what they say.
I don't get this. Why are you mad?
Because can I guess why you hate me for this?
Yes. Yeah.
In episode 2, someone, I think it was you, Ari, who mentioned that you knew there was something Neil related in this show.
Yeah.
And I told you that we'd already met a character called Neil. Yeah. We just didn't know that was his name. Yeah. Is that why you hate me?
This infuriated me.
Go on, tell me more.
I don't know. I don't even know why. Like, it just... exactly what you said. So one of the few things, like, May and I both had, like, some, like, kind of secondhand, like, knowledge of Gavin and Stacey just from, like, hearing it around. And one of the, like, random things that I knew about Gavin and Stacey was there was a character called Neil.
Yeah.
And so then, like, episode 2, like, Gavin has a coworker named Neil that's mentioned, and I was like, oh, like, I think this is gonna come back around because I know there's a character called Neil. And and Pierce is just like, oh yeah, interesting. There actually is another character called Neil, and we've already met him. And I don't know, when it was revealed it was Smithy, it just filled me with rage.
It's so good. I've been looking forward to that payoff for however many months we've been doing this.
I hate you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. So yeah, now we know Smithy's name is Neil Smith, and his son's name is also Neil Smith. And we also know that Ness's father's name is also Neil Jenkins.
Good thing it's such a popular. I think it describes a lot of like what the show. Maybe I'm just thinking of like one instance, and I'm like pretending that there's more than one. But I think it's very Gavin and Stacey to like present a problem that you would think would have like greater consequences, and then just like resolve it in like 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's good shit, man. It's lovely. I just like it, man. Yeah. I like it a lot. Because they didn't need to do that. They could have like they could have just never mentioned Nessa's father at all and just called the baby Neil after Smithy, and that would have been fine. But yeah, that's it. We have Neil the baby.
Well, but then the camera moves, and then the Gavin and Stacey are
camera pans over.
Yeah.
And we see Gavin and Stacey kissing in the hallway. Stacey's got her wedding ring back on.
My note says crisis averted for the joke with Neil, and then my next note says, "Oh no, divorce averted too."
That's really fucking funny.
My last note on this episode was no one gives a fuck about Gavin and Stacey.
Exactly. That's the whole thing about this show. No one gives a fuck about Gavin and Stacey. But that is it. That is the end of Series 2. Do we have any predictions for Christmas? Predictions for Series 3? What's going on?
I have a prediction. I think there might be like a special guest on the Christmas episode of our podcast.
Okay.
I was going to say the same thing.
That's a good prediction. That's a good prediction. Do you have any predictions about the show rather than TFTF?
Wait, okay, where are we? I remember we talked about this last episode, but I've forgotten. Where are we in the show timeline? What time of year is it for the characters?
It's
right
like
now?
October, November-ish.
Okay, so we got like a month.
Because you said that you thought the phone mast was going to come back in the Christmas special, right?
Yeah, so the phone mast is definitely going to come back. Yeah, I'm locking that in.
How about this? An out of pocket prediction.
Okay.
It's not going to be, the Christmas special is not going to be that Christmas. It's going to be like Christmas like a year after the baby's born.
Okay.
I don't know why, I just have that feeling.
So Neil the baby will be like 1 and a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't care. Maybe because they don't want to like have like a newborn actor. They don't want to have a newborn.
Right, sure.
You know how like shows do that sometimes? They'll do a time skip so they don't have to like have a baby on set.
From like a TV making perspective, I feel like it's easier to do a newborn because then you just have like a little doll and like you play a crying sound effect whenever the baby cries.
I just think the Christmas special is going to be like very light plot wise. I don't think it's going to be like a standalone type of thing is my other prediction.
Okay, interesting. So it's a Christmas special, right? So I think I can reveal that it is set on and around Christmas.
Yeah.
On or around Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we have any predictions about where?
Sorry, I just thought of something. I think Bryn is going to get some kind of gadget for Christmas.
Okay. Do you have any predictions about what sort of gadget we're talking?
A remote control car.
Okay, cool. Do we have any predictions about where Gavin is, like, not geographically where, but like what's going to happen with Gavin and Stacey? Like, now that they're back together, are they going to be living together again? Are they going to be what do you think where they're going to be?
I think maybe Stacey will accept the money. I think her problem, my problem with that whole situation was that everyone was being a dick to Stacey. I think her issue was more like that she was like not sure about her commitment. And now that it seems like they've made up a little bit, like, and that's kind of resolved. So I think maybe she will accept the money and they will move into like an apartment somewhere.
And do you think that will have happened by Christmas?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. All right. So, on that bombshell, it's time for 3 good things. For those of you who might not know, at the end of each episode, we each like to share a good thing that's happened to us recently and just leave the episode on a high note. Who wants to go first?
I didn't think of anything, so.
Hamilton, the play, is not the former founding father of the United States, yeah. or the town in Ontario. Hamilton is coming to Montreal.
Sick.
And I'm gonna go see it with Quentin tomorrow. And
shit.
August 31st in Montreal. And what's crazy about that is that usually if we want to go see plays, we have to go out of province because most plays here are boring as shit, or just like French version of Anglophone plays. And I don't like when something is translated. If I can understand the original language, I prefer to just see it in that language. So we usually go to Toronto, which is like a 6-hour trip, or like New York, and we have to get like our passport. So this is the first time we're gonna go see a play that we're like excited to see, that we can just drive 20 minutes and we're fucking there and we're seeing this play and we're not wasting like a shit ton of money. And it's Hamilton, which is great. Hamilton's great.
Oh shit. By the time this episode comes out, you will have already seen it. Do you have any predictions on what you will have thought?
Well, I've seen Hamilton many times, so I'll know what I'll have thought. I'll have thought that it's fucking amazing, it is great, and it's timeless, and it's exciting to see.
What if it all goes wrong, though? What if the performance goes wrong?
The thing about live theater is... The thing about... I have like a wine glass when I'm telling you this. Hold on. The thing about live theater, Pierce, that you might not understand is that if it goes wrong, that's a treat.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, yeah, I didn't understand that.
Because you're seeing something go wrong, and that doesn't usually happen because they practice it and they do it 7 times a week.
Amazing. My good thing is just that I made a new wallpaper for my phone, and I really like it. I think I've shown you guys it.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to make?
A few hours or so.
Ho-ho.
If you want to see that, you can follow my personal Blue Sky, denimedit.video.
Fucking sellout.
You can also buy it for yourself for the low price of £5.
You should do it, guys. You should do it.
Yeah, you get 8K. It's 8K. It's high quality, man.
Pierce, I have a question.
Yeah.
And this is random. This is I think you're not going to know the answer to this. Who made the AHP website?
the anotherhappystudios.com.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who made that. Why don't I have a think about that for a second? Oh wait, it was me with my own bare hands. And I even put a little game in there, a little hidden game that's super fun.
I'm no logistician or whatever the fuck. I'm not like great at like, connecting. But I would say that as a result, if you were like an average person and you enjoyed the AHP website, that you might enjoy Pierce's other creations, such as the wallpaper. I don't know if you guys would agree with that. Maybe that's like a jump on my end.
That seems to track. That's pretty linear.
I had a really hard time. I had a really hard time finding that mini game. I had heard there was one, but I think you guys basically had to tell me how to find it.
What is your good thing?
I don't know, man. I'm not saying this like to annoy you, but I'll just go with the weather is kind of very slowly changing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's true. That's also happening over here.
I'm happy for you guys. For the listeners at home, Pierce and Ari prefer like slightly colder weather than I do. So we have this bit where like only one of us can be happy.
Us disagreeing on something is not a bit.
No, but it's the transfer of power, Pierce. It's the
You're way too
power.
fast and loose with this bit nonsense that you do. Like you'll call anything a bit.
No, but it's a bit because I call it the transfer of power.
Whatever.
Spring is the transfer of power where Pierce and Ari slowly lose power and I slowly gain power. And then fall, or autumn if you're fancy, is where Pierce and Ari slowly gain power and I lose it. I was crushed this morning. I had to wear an autumn coat. Shit sucked.
This is... Ari, how's the weather?
Yeah.
So I haven't been outside. Well, actually, the weather was pretty good today. I've only been outside once, but it was pleasant.
What sort of temperatures are you looking at? What's good for you?
A good temperature I will say it's not quite there yet. It's kind of a weak good thing.
Oh, okay.
It's still too hot out. A good temperature
That's
for
fine.
me is like probably like in the 70s, even like in the 60s with a light jacket can be nice. But like I like it to be like crisp air.
I agree. I like it. I like to have to wear a jacket when I leave. But thank you ever so much for listening. If you'd like to keep up with the show, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Fishing Trip Files. Or if you ever want to get in touch with the show for whatever reason, any reason at all, you want to say hi, you want to tell us we're all cunts, tftf at anotherhappystudios.com is the email address for you. If you want to help out the show without it costing a penny, please feel free to leave us a review or rating on your podcast platform of choice. We'd appreciate it very, very much. It helps us out a lot. Once again, this podcast is produced by Another Happy Studios, so please do check out all the other wonderful stuff from them by going to anotherhappystudios.com. Now, I don't know who built that website, but whoever they were, they're super handsome and sexy and attractive. But for now, we'll see you on the Wednesday after next at 10 a.m. with the next episode, the Christmas special. Ari, May, I expect presents from both of you, and also presents from all of our listeners, please. I will also be expecting a present from our special guest, who will be appearing next episode. Don't get excited, listeners. It's not another Robert Wilfoot situation, but just a very special guest will be joining us for the next episode. But as we always say, au revoir.
Adios.
Rock and roll.